Suppose this is my VirtualBox. I'm attaching a disk to it, just like our attaching a disk to normal web server. In the case of desktop also, this is my server. Okay, I just stop right now. So in order to attach a disk, you have to shut down this, power off. Okay, go to settings. There is a storage area. Here you have a SATA storage. You add this particular disk. So choose existing disk, create a new disk. Okay, you create a new disk, continue, dynamically allocated disk, some 8 GB is enough. You can give the name also. Okay, it may be CentOS, this to create. It will be named like CentOS disk2.vda. Okay, now okay, let us be added. Start this server. Okay, once this is started, we are going to be able to log in and we'll see what happens. Started. Okay, started. We'll see if we have the same IP address. Root. IP address is 36. So you take open a new tab, SSH root at 192.168.1.36. You give that. We log into the server. Okay. Now if you type fdisk -l, this is a command for finding the disk partition. Same thing we have it there also. Fdisk -l. So we have a disk called SDA with 8 GB of space with two partitions, SDA1 and SDA2. Two partitions are there. And one partition is normal Linux, another partition is Linux LVM. LVM we will take it later. What is LVM? LVM is an extensible disk format. Okay, we can shrink as well as expand it. Now come to down, we will get SDB, secondary disk. What is the primary disk? Is SDA. Okay, SDB is a secondary disk of 8 GB, which doesn't have any partition. There is no options given like in here, right? Nothing is there. SDB. So we have to format it for the first time. So how to format it? We use the command called fdisk itself. Fdisk SDB. Okay. Now if you want to create a partition, if you want to print the partition table, you can give P. This will give you the partitions, how it has partition. Okay. Now if you type N, it will ask for what type of partition you want to create, primary or extended. You can create primary partition. What is the number of the partition? 1. So it will be like SDB1, SDB2 like that. So SDB1 we have to create. This is the first sector. This is the end sector. If we give enter, it will take the whole 8 GB of partition 1 of type Linux of any of 8 GB is set. So complete 8 GB has been utilized by that partition. Suppose you don't want that. If you want to create 2, 4, 4 partitions. If you want to delete this, don't use it. So you remove it, one partition deleted. You can just type P, it has gone. It is not updating anything, okay? It is just like virtually it will show you. Now again you create it. New primary partition, first partition, this is the one. Second one, I will just give 4G plus 4G. So it will assign only 4 GB set. Okay? 4 GB is set for that partition. If you type P, one partition is there, that is of 4 GB. Again, you can create new partition. Primary partition. Number is 2. This is the sector starting from 656. What is the end here? 8390655. So from the next sector, it comes here. I yesterday told you this is converted into blocks and sectors. So this is the total number of blocks, and this is a sector ID. Okay, you don't have to remember it, just understand it. There is an end sector value, and from that plus 1, it is 8390561 is the value. Now, if you type enter, it will take other 4 GB. Now we have 2 partitions with 4 GB, 4 GB size. Okay. Now, if you type W, it will save it into the partition table. Save into the partition table. Partition table will come into the first 5 bytes of a disk. As I told you, MBR. It will be in MBR. Okay. Now, your partitioning is done. Now we have to format the disk. Okay. When the partitioning is done, we have to format a disk. Now, how to format a disk? So we have /dev SDB1 and SDB2. Two are there. SDB1 and SDB2. 2 partitions. So how to format it? We have a command called mkfs. mkfs. And what type we have to partition? ext4, ext3, xfs. We will use xfs. Extended file system. We will use SDB1. SDB /dev SDB1. So it will format into XFS. So it will format into XFS. Both I have formatted. Now it is now usable. Usable means what? We can mount it. Okay, how to mount it? We have a command called mount. So before mounting, we have to create some folder where it can be mounted. So in Linux, we are mounting a particular disk into some location. Okay, so we will create some folder called maybe backup 1 or backup 2. We will create one more folder. You know what mkdir is. Backup 2. 2 folders I have created. Right? And I will mount what we have to mount SDBA and SDB2 to that respective locations. Mounted. I will type again mount SDB2 to the second one. Okay. Now type df-h. Now type df-h. Backup 1. So what it will give you the complete size of your partition. This is the 4040. 40 means 4 GB, 4 GB disk we have. Now if you go to /backup, you are now usable. Go to /backup. You can able to create files. That's A, B, C. 3 files are there. 3 files are there. ls-la, you will find 3 files. Okay, so you can create directories. Sample directories over here. Now we have 3 files and 1 folder. So this disk is now in a mounted state. We will be able to use it. Okay, so now I will try to reboot it. You can reboot using Linux system. You will reboot it. Now, once the reboot is done, what will happen? Let it come. Yes. So check the IP address. It may be 36 only. Okay. Okay. Now if you type df-h, df-h disk format. Okay. So we have learned disk, mount, and df-h 3 commands. No backup, no output like this. It has gone. Why? Why? Why it has gone? Now it is not there. That backup 2 and backup 1. The folder is there. slash backup one, but no files, ABC, sample, nothing is there. Here we have created 4 files, right? 3 files and 1 folder in backup one. Now nothing is there. It has gone. Why? Whenever you reboot it, it has unmounted it. Correct? Whenever you reboot it, it has unmounted it. So how to make it permanent? How to make it permanent? So in order to make it permanent, we have to edit the FS tab. This is file system table. FS tab is file system table. You have to edit here. How you have to edit it, I will tell you. Go to at the end, enter. What is the device name? /dev SDB1. And what is the partition you are giving? /backup1. This is the partition. SDB1 is the partitioned disk, first partition. We are mounting it into backup one. What type of partition it is? Format XFS. And we have to provide the same defaults, 00. Default means it will be on read write mode. Okay? This can be mounted in read write also. And what is this 00? What is this 00? 00. 00. Whenever you reboot your disk, whether to recheck the system or not. Whenever you restart your Windows system also, it will recheck it, right? Searching 10%, 20%, 30%, it will go. Same thing, you want to do or not. If you give 1, it will do. Otherwise, it will not. Okay? While rebooting. Same thing you have to do with for SDB2 also. Right? What I have done, I just copy pasted the line. These are the areas where you will find your VI to learn. This is VI. Right? And we are mounting it into 2. Rest is same. Now we have added this into partition table. Now if you reboot it, it will come in the next reboot. Now we are not rebooting it. So in order to mount everything in the file system table, we have to use the command mount -a. Okay. Right now, what is output? df-h, nothing has come. That backup 1, backup 2 is not there. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So backup 1, backup 2 is not there. So you have to use the command called mount -a. So it will mount everything that is there in the partition. What is it mentioned? /dev SDB does not exist. Special case. Now we'll see why. Oh, it is, sorry, there's a spelling mistake. What is the spelling mistake? What is the spelling mistake? Save it. Now type mount -a. There is no error. And if you type df-h, your backup and backup to S. Now if you type ls /backup 1. Clear? No, it will not. We'll try it. Right? How you can reboot? Many ways are there. Init 6 is one method. Shutdown -r now is the second method. Huh? Shutdown -r now. -r is reboot. If you type only shutdown now, it will shut down. If you give -r means shutdown means shutdown and restart. -r is reboot. So it will reboot. You go to the console. It will give you. Yes, it is rebooting. So once it is rebooted, the system is ready. Yes, the system is ready. Let me check if this is there. IP has been changed. Let's check what is the new IP. Root. Check what is the IP address. If config 37. Okay. So instead of 36, it is 37. Because it is always changes. DHCP. If you want to make it permanent, you can make it. That will take it in our retro class. We can make it static instead of dynamic. We can make it static. Now, if you type df minus h, what? Where is it? It is there. See, backup and backup. Okay. So it will accept everything the mount partition from FS time. That is the ideal. Ideal way to get the mounting. So what are things we have did? We have attached a hard disk, okay, of 8 GB. Then we have for partition it using fdisk. There is a command now, and P is printing, N is for creating one, and give the size, enter, and W is for save. So once it is saved, it is updating the partition table. It updates the partition table. It updates the NVR. Okay, it's not usable now because that is only a partition. It is not formatted. We have to format it into some file system. So we have used a file system called XFS. XFL file system, we have formatted that particular disk partition. If you format it FAT, it will be usable for Windows systems. If you format it with the exe4, it can be used with the Linux systems. Each and every file system is understood by different OSs. But this can be understood by anybody else. Which one? FAT is understood by Linux, all Linux systems. Okay. Even if we try to delete the don't delete the partition, we will format this backup to means the SDB2 with a new partition with the FAT that. So we'll try that and try to mount it. We will, before that, we have to unmount it. Otherwise, you won't be able to do any operation. This is the command for unmounting. Umount / unmount. If you type df minus hs, there is no backup to now. Now what I will do, I want to make this SDB2. We will format it into FAT32. How to format? MKFS. This is another command here. We already did that. MKFS, if you type, there is ext3, ext4, BurtFS, all stuff are there. And type -t FAT32. No such file or directory for FAT32. If it is not there, you have to install it. Yum install MKFS star. We don't know what is the name for that particular file, so we are searching whether it is available or not. MKS FAT32, it is not there. Go to Google and search it whether it is available or not. Okay, MKFS .FAT32 command not found. Solved. How it is solved? You have to install it. How? There are some tools that you have to install. Okay. What tools you have to install? MKS MS-DOS is there. MKFS MS-DOS is there. It is also not there. DOS FS tools. So you have to install DOS FS tools. You will install DOS FS tools. Yes, DOS FS tools is there. Okay, I installed DOS FS tools. Now, if you type MKFS, few more things should come. MKFS dot FAT is there. Yes, fine. Now use this FAT to format the temp SDB2. I formatted with the FAT. Now we try to mount it with mount this to the same location. But only difference is why our partitioning is different. Okay, means file system is different. / backup to mounted. Now if you type df minus h, you will get nothing, no differences. Same thing, right? There is no difference. But this is partition table. How did you know that? What type of mount it is? You have a command for just type mount. So type mount SDB2. How it is mounted? See, what is the type? BFAT. SDB2 is VFAT, right? And what is SDB1? What is SDB1? SDB1 is actually, that is SDA. Sorry, this one. XMS. Okay. So FAT is understood by Linux systems. This is how you want to have to configure it. It will be, FAT will be there itself. We can able to mount it so that your data will be recovered. This is how you want to do it. You want to install any system. You can make any partition. You can format anything. First one, make partition. Next one, formatted using MKFS. Make partition using fdisk. Format it using MKFS and mount it using mount. Mounting is attaching that disk into our system. These are the main basic things you have to understand. Okay. And df-h will give you the disk format. Fdisk will give you the list of disks, all disks. Okay. See, even if this is a Linux partition, we have created this as a Linux partition, not as Windows partition. It is a Linux partition, but what type we have used? We have type used is formatting. We have changed it, but we will be able to write data to it. Fdisk backup to. We can create as it is A, B, C, D, E. It will touch it. All files will be. Now, if you reboot it, what will happen? It will reboot, or it will happen, or it will not reboot. See, in cat etc fs table, what is the SDB2? What format it is? XFS. It will give an error. It will tell that you will not be able to mount it. So before that, you just use mount -a. Okay, it is using SFS mount -a, no error, but it is not the right way. You have to change it into VFAT. Getting apart? VFAT or FAT32 or FAT. Now, if you type mount -a, it will be mounted in. Just type mount command, it will be added in VFAT. Last VFAT. SDB2 backup. Now, if you reboot also, it will not give any error. Now, one more thing. We are now playing with the disk. So we formatted this, we modified, mounted it. How to find the disk usage of a particular folder? How much the folder is being used? For example, / is there. There are n number of files are there. Find the size of each and every file folder. How to find it? Using a command called disk usage, du. If you type du star, it will give this for each and every files. It will give the du. We don't want this. This is very lengthy. Okay. Actually, we have to give like summary of du. Summary of du. Just give /. So it will give you the size of only that folder that is in the current one. Okay, but this is also we cannot understand what value is this one. So for how we have to use df du -sh. H is human interval. If you type this, you will get kmn. Okay, kmn you will get. So 112 MB is the size of boot /boot. Here, what is being given? 114. At least you can understand that this is 114 MB. So what is this? This is in kilobyte. Right now, this is in kilobyte. 1000 kilobyte is 1 megabyte. So 114 megabyte is correct. Exactly 114 megabyte, 112 megabyte. Some adjustment will be there because 1024 kilobyte is 1 megabyte. It is not 1000 kilobyte. It is 1024 kilobyte. That's conversion. It should be there. So we will get a human readable format in if you type du -sh. This is overall. And if you give du -sch, what will happen? It will calculate everything and it will give you a summary of total. Cumulative. See, cumulative. Completely added. You will get a 3.4 GB. So my / is currently using 3.4 GB. If you type df -h and go to /, what is the size used? What is the size used? 3.4 GB. What is here? 3.4 GB. So slash is using 3.5 GB. This is how you find it out. This is overall you will find. This is for each and every folder what it is. It will find. You will get some error like this, cannot access, because such file descriptor will not be available at that point of time. This is proc actually. Proc is a dynamic partition. You know what proc? I already gave you exception. What is slash proc? All the process will be available in slash proc. Okay. So these are the different disk-oriented commands. Yesterday I will show you what we have done in the. See, send Linux commands I have already given. 100 Linux commands I have already given over there. Okay, just go through it. You will get an idea. You will have network commands, hardware commands, system commands, file permission command. Okay, disk commands, disk usage, df, du, dsh, everything is there. What all we have did, it is there. More details it will be there in 100 commands. It's more detail. Okay, if you learn this enough for you to understand Linux commands. Okay, few commands we have not taken. Till now we have completed the file oriented commands. CP, remove, MV, file, chmod, ch1, all the stuff comes under the file oriented commands. Now we have used disk oriented commands. Today everything is on disk. Okay, you try this. Okay, fine. We shall stop here today because I have a meeting.